Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today I thought I would do a couple of tag videos. I've been tagged to do quite a few videos and I haven't had a lot of time, but I thought I would come on and try to knock two of them out today. I'm going to combine two of them because the first one, so I was tagged by Tammy from Uppy's Beads 59 to do the Seeing Double tag, but I only have a couple things where I see double, so that will be quick, and then I'm going to jump into the princess tag. So let's start first with the Seeing Double tags, and that tag is really about showing products that you own more than one of the exact same product, so you have back stock, that kind of thing. And a year ago, if I had done this tag, I would have had a ton of things, but late last summer, I stopped myself from doing that. I really made a conscious effort to not purchase backups of things and to use up all of my backups. And I actually wrote a blog post about it because when I was doing blog posts, you know, why do we feel the need to have backups was sort of my reasoning and that kind of thing. So let me show you what I still do have backups of. The first one is my favorite primer, and that is the Guerlain Meteorites Pearls, and this is in the color Les Ors. So this is the one that came out with the summer collection, I believe, this last summer, and it was limited edition, and I loved it. I bought one, I loved it. I got compliments here on YouTube every time I make a video, and I get compliments all of the time on my skin when I started wearing this. So I was terrified. You see, I've got about a third of a bottle left. I was terrified that I wasn't going to be able to get it again. So I went out and bought a backup before they were gone. I don't know if you can still find them online or not. So I have two of these. Shame on me. And that was quite recent, so shame on me. I also have a backup of my favorite eyeshadow, and a couple of reasons for the backup. First of all, I had heard that they were going to discontinue this color, and then a friend of mine had it and didn't enjoy it, and so she passed off hers to me, so I have two of them. And that is a Chanel single eyeshadow in the color Fauve, which is just a beautiful... Is it going to focus for you? There you go. It's like a purple taupe. And it's quite shimmery, but I love this color. I do. This is one of my all-time favorite colors. And it's just beautiful. It's one of those shades that you can put on your lid, blend it up into your crease, put some liner and mascara on and go. It's just so multi-dimensional that I love it, and I don't want to be without it. I don't actually know that it's been discontinued. I still see it for sale, so that could have just been rumor, but I have two of them now, so good for me. And then the other items that I have two of are lipsticks. Big shock there. So I'll just show you what they are. So I have two of the L'Oreal Color Riche Balms. These are the ones that look like this. And my, the one I have two of is in Nourishing Nude. So it's just a pinky nude, easy to wear, go-to color. I have two because I keep one here at my vanity, and I keep one in my handbag because it's just so easy to put on. So I have two of those. I have two of my favorite Kiko lipstick as well, and it's one of the Kiko Ultra Glossy Stilos. They look like this. For those of you here in the US who aren't familiar, Kiko is an Italian brand that you can buy in Europe, not here in the States. And my favorite color from Kiko is 802, which is again a nude. This is less pink, more nude, but I love it. It's very easy to wear. It's a bit of a slippery lipstick, which I prefer. Love it. And I have two of those because they're hard to get. Can't buy them here in the States. And then the other lipstick that I have two of is a Chanel Rouge Coco Shine, and it's in the color Canotier, which is number 41, which isn't really a color at all. It's just like a gold, shimmery, I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. It's right here. It's just like a gold, shimmery glossy lipstick. very glossy. And I use this to soften, like if I put on a lipstick and go, oh, that's just too much color for me, you can add this over the top and it just kind of softens it down and adds a little gold to the top. So also if it's a color that looks like maybe looking too cool, you can put a little bit of this on. It'll warm the color up just a little bit. So those are the only things, believe it or not, that I have backups of in the makeup world. I will say that. You know, if I start talking about my shampoo and my hairspray and all that stuff, it's a very different answer. But I've really, really worked hard to stop myself from, you know, buying backups of items. And I've done a pretty good job. I'm trying to sort of condense everything, and so I'm trying to stop myself from having a bunch of backups of things. So those are the items that I have more than one of. And thank you to Tammy for tagging me in this. I think it's a great video to watch to see what everybody sort of hoards and is afraid to lose, and so they have more than one of them. So thanks. So the next tag I'm going to do, I was tagged by Natalie from Flower Bomb 31 to do what's called the Princess Tag. And what it is a list of cosmetic categories, and you're supposed to tell your favorite high-end product in that category. So we'll just jump in and get started. The first category is actually foundation, but I'm going to start with primer because I have an absolute favorite high-end primer, and I just talked about it, and it's the Guerlain Meteorites Pearls in the color Layors. And I know you probably can't get this anymore, but this is amazing. I haven't actually tried. They do make this product and they sell it. It's sort of in a more pink version, and I have not tried that to see if I get the same result, but I wouldn't want to be without this. It's fantastic. So my favorite high-end foundation, if it's a foundation, if I'm talking about foundation I actually own right now, it's going to be my, again, it's another Guerlain product, and it's my Lingerie de Peau foundation. This is a really nice sort of light to medium coverage foundation that it's just sort of a very skin looking foundation. It gives you a nice natural look. It's not too matte. It's not too dewy. It's got a SPF 20. I really like it. I don't know that this is like absolutely my holy grail, but I tend to reach for this more than any other foundation. So must be sort of my favorite now. Okay, concealer. My favorite true concealer, not corrector, and I just talked about this fairly recently in a video, is the Chanel Corrector Perfection Concealer in number 31. And it's their concealer that comes, you know, just with a doe foot. This concealer is quite opaque. It goes on really nicely. It blends in beautifully and does not lay heavy on the skin, but still covers what you're trying to cover. And I like to use this like very last, before powder, but after my foundation, and just put it wherever I need it and blend it out with a little brush or your finger, and it just sort of gets rid of whatever is showing. It works even on, for me, I find that it works on, you know, raised items as well, raised spots on your face as well. I really like this. Yes, it's Chanel and it's kind of expensive, but it lasts forever and I really do enjoy it. I don't hear people talk about it much. I like it a lot. Okay, bronzer. This was a tough call for me because I have a couple of bronzers that I love. But if I had to make the call for my absolute favorite right now, it's the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze in 102 Tantric. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful soft tan color. There's no orange in this. It's beautiful. I think if you are light to light medium, this is a great bronzer for you. I think medium skin and dark skin, you might not get enough out of it. I love it. It's amazing. It's very silky. It, you know, it blends beautifully on the skin. It's a great color. There's no orange there. The powder is so smooth. Love it. Love it. I think it only comes in one color. That would be a downfall. I think he needs to have some darker versions. Okay, I missed powder. What is my favorite high-end powder? And I don't really have a favorite high-end powder. I guess my favorite setting powder right now, I guess this is high-end, is a Makeup Forever powder. And it's the Makeup Forever Pro Finish Foundation. And this is just a foundation powder. You can see I've well hit pan there. And this is a great, I use it as a setting powder. Yes, if I just need a little coverage and I'm like not wearing makeup that day, I buff this on my skin and use it as a foundation. But this is my setting powder every day, and I really, really do enjoy it. It gives a hint of coverage. It does not get cakey. That was the whole design of this powder foundation that Makeup Forever worked on, Danny Sands worked on, making it so that it would lay on the skin, you could build it up, and it would not get cakey. And I would say that for me, it does not get cakey, which is wonderful for a powder. So that would be probably my favorite setting powder. And I probably don't have to say this again, but my favorite finishing powder right now, I don't know how I lived without them, is the Guerlain Meteorites Pearls, and I showed these in a recent video as a favorite. They're wonderful, seriously. They, you know, it's just sort of like airbrush on the skin. And they smell divine. They have this soft, floral, sweet scent to them. Love it. Okay. What is my favorite blush, high-end blush? So that was easy for me. When I opened my drawer, I knew exactly which one it was. And it is my Chanel blush in a Spiegel. And it's just a beautiful, if I can get it to focus for you, it's a beautiful, true peach color. It's got a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't look too glowy. This is not good if you have medium or dark skin. I wouldn't, well, I guess on dark skin you might, it might be really pretty. But on my light skin, it's a beautiful, true peach. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's a beautiful, true peach. It's right here. It's beautiful on, Chanel makes beautiful blushes. They are, I wouldn't say highly pigmented. They're beautifully pigmented. They're very finely milled. The powder is very, very soft. This one, I just love the color. It is like the perfect peach blush to me. So that's that. My favorite highlighter, again, this is going to be a Chanel Love Fest, part of it. But, so my favorite highlighter has to be my Chanel Illuminating Powder. I'm going to butcher the name. I don't know. It's this one. I believe it was from the spring collection this year. This is a stunning highlighter. First of all, it looks beautiful. I'm not sure if the camera's focusing, but it looks beautiful just to look at it. But this is a gorgeous highlighter. Now that is a very heavy swatch, but it's beautiful, beautiful on the skin. So it's right here. It's just so soft and glowy. And when I'm using a highlighter, so I use the Guerlain Pearls, you know, most of the time, just kind of all over my face or where I want a little bit of glow. But when I'm truly gonna highlight, it's this one, and it is stunning. And you can just buff it out to this beautiful, beautiful sheen, and it's perfect. Perfect. So that would be my favorite. I will say that the Laura Mercier Baked Radiance Powder, I think is what it's called, is beautiful as well. That would be my second, but this Chanel one definitely is my first. Okay, eyeshadow. That's easy. I already talked about it in my last little tag, and it is Chanel Fauve. I love this shadow. Like I said, I own 2 of them because I am desperate to never be without it. My favorite eyeliner, I've talked about this before. So it's another Chanel product, and it is the Chanel Waterproof Long Lasting Eyeliner, and it's the twist up ones, and it's in the color Espresso, which this is a new one. I just had to buy a new one. It's a beautiful brown color. Here's why I love this. So there's the color. The reason I love this, the reason this is my favorite, is because once this is on, it is not coming off. You can put this in your waterline. It'll be there tomorrow, for me. It's a challenging pencil to use, I will say that, because it can be, if it's not sharp, like if it's sat a couple days, you have to warm it up on your hand. or it can be a little bit hard to get going, but once it's on, it is not going anywhere. And I think it's too waxy or something, and that's why it can be hard to actually get on the skin. But like I said, once it's there, it stays. This is sort of my go-to all the time dark brown waterline color because it doesn't go anywhere. You don't end up with those eye goobers throughout the day. Love it. They come in many, many colors, and I own lots of colors. But this espresso brown for me is my absolute favorite just because it's my go-to every single day color. Love it. Okay, mascara. I don't have a full size of this one. I've been testing this, and I have to say that while I love Chanel Le Volume very, very much, and I really, really enjoy using the Clinique High Impact, this mascara blew me away, and it is the YSL Mascara Volume in Baby Doll. So I think this is a relatively new one. So I have quite a few of these tester size. This does amazing things for my lashes. It's one of the little plastic brushes, so I'm not typically a fan of these plastic brushes. However, this gives me amazing volume and length, and it separates. It's like almost like wearing false lashes for me. I really, really enjoy it. I'm not wearing it today, but I will buy a full size of that because I love it that much. Okay, lip liner. I don't have a favorite lip liner. I don't wear lip liner all that often unless I have to. I'm starting to have to more because I'm wearing deeper lip colors and I don't want them bleeding outside my lip line, but I don't have a favorite. Like, I looked at all of them and none of them are like, oh my gosh, I love this. So I'm not going to pick one of those. What is my favorite lipstick? Well, that was a tough one for me to pick, actually, because I've started playing around with so much color lately that I'm having a hard time wearing my nudes again. And those, my pinky nudes, are the ones I have the most of. So, but I can't imagine being without this lipstick. And again, it's a small size. I will buy the full size just as soon as I run out of this. It's the YSL Pure Couture, Rouge Pure Couture, and this is in the color 09 Rose Stiletto. This is a beautiful deep rose color. I just love it. I showed it in a video recently. There's the color. It's beautiful. It's just the perfect color. This formula is beautiful, beautiful. The packaging is, you know, beautiful. It's gold high-end packaging. I love it. I just love it. So that would be my favorite high-end right now. Again, if you asked me this in 6 months, some of these things might be different, some of them. Favorite lip gloss, that was actually fairly easy, even though I own so many glosses. But I reach for this one a lot, and it's a Chanel Glossomer in the color 148, and it's just a really soft pink color with some like silver and pink micro glitter in it. And this is just great for putting on your lips when you just, maybe you don't have any makeup on, you just want a little something on your lips. Or again, if you want to sort of tone down a lipstick you have, this is really nice for that. Or if you have a lipstick that's really too warm and you want to cool it off, this will actually cool it a little bit, which is nice to have as well. So that would be my favorite gloss. Although I will say I'm starting to lean away from glosses, and I'm not sure why that is. So I have a lot of them. I hope that doesn't continue. What is, oh, this is easy. So what is my favorite high-end brow product? Well, that's easy, right? I talk about it all the time. It's my Suqqu brow pen. I cannot be without this. It is the sharpest point of a brow pen. It works better than any other brow pen I've tried. I've tried so many of them. I just love this. I cannot be without it. And I will say that it used to be difficult to get because you could only buy it at Ichibanko online, or, which they jack up the price terribly, or you could buy it at Selfridges, but Selfridges didn't used to ship internationally. Well, this week, for those of you who don't know, Selfridges now ships to the US from their website. You can go on the website, order whatever you want, and they will ship it to the US. I will say that their shipping is a little high. I think it was 20 pounds or something, which is high. but at least we can get things that, you know, we wanted to be able to get and we couldn't before, like Suqqu, the Charlotte Tilbury collection. All of that is now accessible to us here in the US, even if you don't have a friend who lives in the UK. So I had been getting them through friends and that kind of thing, but now if I need to, I can just order them through Selfridges. So I did want to share that with you. And thank you to one of my lovely viewers who, on the day they started shipping to the US, she tweeted me to let me know that it was now available. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, miscellaneous. What's a miscellaneous product? Well, when I started thinking about miscellaneous, one of the things they didn't ask in this list is about brushes. And that is my biggest makeup addiction, is brushes. So I decided to choose a brush. And if I am talking about my absolute favorite high-end brush, it is without a doubt my Suqqu face brush. So this is the Suqqu face brush, and it is a glorious, glorious brush. It is the softest brush. Like, I can't even describe how soft it is. It's like feeling nothing almost. And it's large, but it's not dense. So you can see that it's not dense, which makes it really nice. I use this for setting powder sometimes. I use it for all over bronzing. It's a lovely, lovely brush. And it is, by all means, high-end. They're crazy money. Okay, and then the last item it asks about is a nail polish. And I have to say that I'm not a big nail polish person. I think is just all that. So those are my answers to the princess tag, which is really just what are your favorite luxury products in each of the product categories. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you again, Natalie, Flowerbomb31, for tagging me to do this. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.